everybody, Matt O'Ree back here with you. Once again, welcome back to Mob on TV. I hope you enjoyed episode number 14. Such a fun one to make. I just love those Eddie Van Halen tones. So today is episode number 15, and we're talking about all the Gibson guitars that I own. Back in 2006, I was really fortunate enough to get an endorsement through Gibson, and the guys at Gibson have taken such good care of me. I really appreciate them down there. So let's check out the first one. So the first guitar we're going to take a listen to is my 2001 Gibson Custom Shop Historic Les Paul that had a makeover from Historic Makeovers down in Florida. It was done back in 2007, and at that time Dave Johnson was doing a lot of work for that company. So Dave did all the work on this guitar, and it's absolutely fantastic. From the beautiful, beautiful rosewood, Brazilian rosewood fretboard he put on the guitar, to the recarve of the neck reset, the whole respray, he did such an incredible job. Every time I pick up this guitar, I just don't want to put it down. This guitar was previously owned by Bernie Brauswetter of BB and the Stingers, the guy that I studied with, that I've talked about in previous episodes. The guitar came with wolf tone pickups, and normally I play and also endorse Peter Florence Voodoo pickups. I absolutely love the Voodoo pickups. Peter's a great, great friend to me and really just been so supportive of me. But what I did is I left the wolf tones in this guitar because I wanted to have something a little bit different, especially in the recording studio. That way giving me different flavors when I'm recording. And it just sounded so good the way it was, I didn't want to mess with it. So let's take a listen to it. You guys be the judge. Here we go. Next up is my other 2001 1958 Gibson Custom Shop Historic Les Paul. I bought this back in 2002 at a guitar store called 30th Street Custom Guitars in Manhattan. Unfortunately, the store is long gone. And as soon as I saw this guitar, it absolutely just called my name. I did change out the pickups to, of course, Peter Florence Voodoo pickups 59s, and I changed out the pot assembly and put a Bumblebee capacitor in it. And I got that from RS Guitar Works in Kentucky. Another awesome, awesome company, great people, and they make great pots. So let's check this out. Here we go. last up in the Les Paul category, this is my 2006 Gibson 1959 Custom Shop Historic Les Paul that I won in the Guitar Center contest. So this was a free guitar, which is just amazing. I love this guitar. Guitar Center picked out such a great guitar for me. Actually, I think Gibson did, but they sent it to Guitar Center. And of course, it got straight to me. This also has Peter Florence Voodoo 59 pickups in it, as well as the RS pots and the cap. Let's check this out. Now, just for fun, we have one more Gibson guitar to take a listen to. A few years ago, I was really fortunate to get a chance to be the opening band for a tour with the original Blues Brothers Band, featuring Steve Cropper, of course, and Blue Lou Marini. I had so much fun, and one late night, Steve and I were hanging out, probably about 4 in the morning, polishing off a bottle of wine. And Steve said to me, "Matt, what other guitars do you really like?" And I said to him, I'm like, well, I always kind of had my heart set on maybe a Flying V. So no more conversation happened after that, and about 2 months later, right on my doorstep, a huge package came from Steve Cropper. Sure enough, the return address. And I get the box in the house, and I open it up, and sure enough, it's a Flying V from Steve Cropper. He had found this guitar in a music store in Nashville where he lives, and just thought enough of me to buy the guitar and send it to me. Now, from any musician to another musician, buying them a guitar is such an honor, and I really do believe that the soul of one person giving it to another is also encrusted in that guitar. So every time I play this guitar, of course, I feel Steve Cropper's soul, and hopefully it's mixing with mine through the guitar. Now, there's a story to this guitar. It came as an actual Epiphone Flying V. Now, I know a lot of Gibson guys out there are going to be like, it's an Epiphone. It's not really a Gibson guitar. So I did a whole conversion on this, and I couldn't believe the results after I was finished. I didn't really care for the hardware that was on it because they are overseas hardware, and of course we all know that the quality of the hardware is not that great. But the guitar played really well and felt great, so I figured home run, let me change the hardware on it. So I started with the tuners. I found a real Gibson badge for the logo, a new truss rod cover, a nut that I made myself, which was the first one I have ever done. I did a fret level on the guitar. I changed the pickups, and of course I put Voodoo pickups from Peter Florence 59s in it with gold covers. I changed the pots. Of course, the pots and the cap came from RS Guitar Works. I put a new switch on it, of course, Switchcraft, and of course a Switchcraft output jack, new strap locks, and a bridge from Tone Pros. Another really great company. I absolutely love their bridges. Thank you to Tone Pros for all you've done for me. Another great endorsement that I've had with those guys for a long time. And of course a new tailpiece. And the guitar really came out fantastic. It plays great, it sounds great. You wouldn't know it was an Epiphone, but I'm telling you all the goods right here on my YouTube channel. So check it out, because this is something to think about, that you can always buy a little bit cheaper guitar and upgrade it, and it actually still sounds really good. So you guys be the judge. Here we go. Well, there we have it, folks. Episode number 15. All the Gibson guitars that I own in the electric category. Episode number 16 is coming right up. It's an entire episode on all the Fender guitars that I own. 3 different Stratocasters, 2 different Telecasters compared together with a Trainwreck Liverpool. Once again, don't forget, go right to my website, mattoreband.com. Send me some email. Let me know what you think. Also on my website, my brand new record, Brotherhood, is out, featuring Steve Cropper from Booker T and the MGs. Of course, we just talked about him today. David Bryan from Bon Jovi, and Bruce Springsteen. We'll see you next time. Stay tuned.